Yeah, as far as Metallica went, I became a little bit of a nuisance, I guess, because I was always there. You know, every possibility I could get a photo of them. But that's where some of my best stuff came from. Like, we would go to the liquor store, I get a shot of Lars in front of a big wall of Smirnoff bottles and stuff like that. You know, but yeah, it was great photographing them because they were pretty cooperative and stuff. And as far as live stuff goes, they were just amazing to photograph because I take some shots of Cliff. You end up getting shots of him with his hair sticking straight up in the air and stuff, you know. They were amazing to photograph, and that's kind of how I got to know them, through the photo thing. I'd shoot one show, and the next time they'd come back, I'd have photos, and I'd give the band the photos. That's where they ended up using some for the records and stuff. They played the Keystone Palo Alto on the Kill 'Em All for One tour with Raven, and I guess there was no cameras allowed, and I hadn't really met them yet, but I took photos anyway. And after they had played, one security guard saw me with a camera, so they actually tried to take the film out of my camera, and luckily I'd rolled it back into the canister, but I actually got the film taken away. And a buddy of mine who's a manager for another band luckily talked to them and ended up getting the film back for me. But that ended up being the shot that the roll that had the shot of Cliff that he ended up using on Ride the Lightning. And Ruthie's Inn was always good too, because they'd be just hanging out there, so I get shots of them just getting drunk and stuff. But yeah, I was never really serious with the photo thing. It was more like a hobby, and I probably could have done a little bit more with it if I had been a little bit more serious, but I was more concerned with having a good time, you know. That was the bottom line. So, and we had some great times too back then. lots of things I probably don't even remember, but that's what's great about the photos, you know. There was a big show they played. It was the biggest show they had played in the Bay Area up to that point. Every summer, Bill Graham, a local promoter here, he would have these big shows at the Oakland Coliseum, big stadium. They're called Days on the Green. And they started in the 70s, and they used to have like Led Zeppelin and all the biggest names in rock. But in 1985, Metallica got on a bill with Scorpions and Rat and Y&T and Yngwie Malmsteen. And I think they were like second or third on the bill for that show. But it's a great outdoor show. So it's kind of interesting shooting them in the daylight for once. But some of the shots I got from that particular gig were really great. I mean, lighting was perfect, but it was funny because up to that point, I got to know the band a little bit better after a while, and they kind of let on that they were going to be playing this big outdoor show, but they were only going to have 3 or 4 photo passes available. So if I wanted one of those passes, I kind of had to like earn it, basically. So literally, they had me doing their dishes. If I wanted one of those photo passes, I had to do their dishes. So if I ever do an autobiography or like a book, that's probably what I'd be calling it. It's like I wash dishes for Metallica.